My name is Bernie Demchuk. I am Ben's Chili Bowl's historian. Did you just hear that? I said, my name is Bernie Demchuk. That's not important. Ben's Chili Bowl's historian. Let me ask you a question. How many restaurants in America that you know have their own bona fide official historian? Google it up. Google it. Guess how many? One, Ben's Chili Bowl. Born on August 22nd, 1958. We're in our 62nd year. You come to Washington, D.C. to see the White House. You come to D.C. to see the Capitol. You come to D.C. to walk down the mall. Then you come to D.C. to go to Ben's Chili Bowl. I'm also Ben's Chili Bowl's foundation chairman, and I'm very excited about being here this morning with you. Can we say thank you to the Spice Band, Baltimore Spice Band? I am mostly proud of this day because I am born and raised in Turner Station, East Baltimore. Hello. Glenn Middleton and I, born and raised. Kwesi Mfume and I, born and raised in Turner Station, East Baltimore. We have music all day long. Those of you who know anything about go-go, we got the Chuck Brown Band at 6 o'clock, and we got EU and Sugar Bear at 8 o'clock. Stick around for some good music. And I've been told that in a casino, the number 7 is a lucky number. Is that correct? Yeah. I don't know anything about gambling. However, I've heard that number 7 is lucky. Well, guess what? This is number 7 of Ben's Chili Bowl's opening. First time in Maryland. May I present to you the general manager and the great supporter of Ben's Chili Bowl, Mr. Randy Conway. Come forward, Randy. It's going to take the rest of the program.
Sir.
My pleasure, sir. I think that's your pen.
I have never been introduced by a historian before. Let's give him some love. Way to go. Well, I want to officially say good day to everybody and welcome to the celebration of Ben's Chili Bowl at the Horseshoe Casino. Before I continue, I do have a few of our owners here of the Horseshoe Casino I wanted to recognize. Arthur Adler, right over there. Welcome, Arthur. Cecil Flamer, right here. And Jim Scott. Guys, thank you so much for sharing this celebration with us. So at the Horseshoe, our mission statement is we inspire grown-ups to play. Now, people can play in a lot of different ways, and one of the ways they can play is with wonderful food. So if you think about the Horseshoe Casino, Gordon Ramsay steak, Giada Italian, Guy Fieri's, Paisetta Pizza, Foo Noodle Bar, Lenny's Deli, we could not be complete without Ben's Chili Bowl. So when I think of Ben's Chili Bowl, 2 words come to mind: family and community. Now at the Horseshoe, we are a family. We have 1,300 team members looking out for each other, supporting each other each and every day. And the Ali family certainly understands the value of family. A good story, I was with my family a couple of weeks ago, and we were hungry in D.C., so where would you go? You got to go to U Street, right? So it's 2:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. Mom's there, bussing tables, taking pictures with everybody. Kamal's there at the cash register. That's what family means to the Ali family. And then community support. So one of the tenets of our code of commitment at Caesars Entertainment at the Horseshoe is giving back to our community. And clearly the Ali family understands that. So, Ben's Chili Bowl, a storied history of presidents and civil rights leaders and movie stars. But at its core, it is about community support. And D.C. over the years has certainly had its ups and downs. The stable force in D.C. is Ben's Chili Bowl. So now, it is my distinct pleasure to officially welcome Ben's Chili Bowl to the Horseshoe Baltimore. I would now like to welcome to the stage the brothers of the Ali family, Sage, Kamal, and Nizam. Please come on up.
Thank you, Randy. And thank you for everybody here. And, all I can say right now is that thank you is what I'm feeling inside. All I can say is that there's nothing but gratitude in my heart, nothing but love for all of you guys. This is a dream come true for my dad. And I hope everyone here, when you guys have a moment, take a look at the countertop right here. The countertop is really beautiful. It's very cutting edge. It's something that the folks at Horseshoe begged me to do, and we looked at it and said, you know what, if that's going to work, that would be amazing. And in particular, on this countertop, there's an image of my dad's face, a little bit bigger, right in front of this Pepsi machine, and the family underneath of that. And it feels like my dad is watching over us, and that's really the feeling that we have right now. Mom and Dad started this in 1958, and in 1958, many of you know that McDonald's started around the same time, other companies around the same time, and America was very different back then. And opportunities didn't exist for everyone the way they do today. And we're still trying to balance things out even more, but things are much more open right now. And so my dad back then didn't have the opportunity to expand and grow the business the way we do today. And so right now we're finally trying to work on realizing the dream that my dad had in 1958, 61 and a half years ago, okay? And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And if you look at the back of the T-shirts of our team members, you will see a message that says, Ben's, where everyone is family. Randy spoke about that, and what Randy said is that the Horseshoe team is a family as well as Ben's is. And I want to say that when this deal first came to the table, and we heard from them, it was a deal. It was something where, okay, going into a casino sounds good. Let's check it out. Let's see what the numbers look like, etc. We came here, and the very first meeting, I have to say, everyone around that table felt like family. It did not feel like a business meeting. It did not feel like an executive meeting. It felt like family. And as we've come in here, we have been so warmly welcomed by the Baltimore community, by the Horseshoe family, all of this, and that is what means the most to me. So I want to thank Randy. David Lee has been wonderful. He's been the guy who's kind of overseeing the restaurants in this area. And the whole Horseshoe team, and please forgive me, I'm tired, I'm going to forget a lot of names, but Chef Sam, Chef Eric, Aldris is the GM of the store right here, all of the shift leads and managers, the entire team here is really special. You guys will get to meet them, but they're all really amazing, amazing people. The design was done by Total Image Graphics, and that's Jeff McCabe, and he has an entire team with him, Chris, Lana, Mike. There's a bunch of folks there. All of them are great. The facilities team here has been wonderful. Everyone here, honestly, I can't say enough good things. David Washington, thank you so, so much for all that you've done. If I'm leaving anyone out, please forgive me, guys, but there's so many people here, and literally everyone has contributed. It's funny how, people can give one of us credit or one of the group's credit, but the truth is, all these things take a lot of people to make them work out, and the beauty of this is that everything worked in perfect harmony. So again, thank you all. I want to introduce my brothers to you, Kamal and Nizam. Let's have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you for being here.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Just want to say thank you so much for all of the love that we've received today. To hear from people who've drove up from Washington to support us here, and to be in this wonderful city of Baltimore with the wonderful people here that have embraced us. It's hard to embrace sometimes a concept that comes in or a business that comes in from another city. I remember in D.C. we were, our restaurants on U Street, and maybe 10 or 15 years ago a Chicago hot dog place came around the corner, and it's like, they're bragging about, hey, we're Chicago hot dogs. So we're Washington, D.C., but we really feel like we're a family. We're a business for all people. We've always been a place for all people for the 61 years that we've been in business. We're so happy to be in Baltimore and really want to thank you all for the love, for the mayor, for the council members, for everyone that came out from Baltimore to support us today. We really want to be a community place. We're so happy to be here at Horseshoe, and we thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Nizam. I'm going to also introduce my brother Kamal to you, but first I want to say a big thank you, number one, to my mom. Okay, so please, guys, a round of applause for Virginia Ali. She's here today. She's 86 years old. As Randy said, Mom is actually at U Street 6 or 7 days a week, and she's working. She's not just hanging out, she's working. She's bussing tables, she's hugging folks, but she's working and making sure everything is right, okay? And I also want to thank my beautiful wife, Vita, because she keeps everything together. She's incredible. So please, guys. And what Vita did just now, Vita pulled me down and said, you forgot a couple of people. And I told you guys I would, but in particular, Valentine, thank you for everything that you've done. You've been wonderful. And Sharice has helped to put this entire event together, so thank you as well. And I've still forgotten the number, but I wanted to make sure that I got in whatever I could remember. Thank you, guys. And here's Kamal.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love it. I love the casino, but Dad loved the casino. My dad would be so happy today because he was a casino guy. He lived in Vegas for a while. He lived in Atlantic City for a while. He loved a good casino, and this is a fabulous casino. He'd be so happy that we're here today. Matter of fact, it's so apropos that we're right around the corner from the sports book because he loved playing the horses. And so this is Dad's corner. This is Dad's place, and so we pay tribute and homage to Dad as well as Mom today. Ben's Chili Bowl. Let's hear a big round of applause for deceased Ben Ali, our patriarch. It's been such a warm welcome from Baltimore people. I love seeing this line. I love seeing this crowd at, it's just noon on a Thursday. So it's so fabulous that we've gotten such a warm reception from you guys, and we just love it. And please feel free to take a picture with all of us, with Mom. Come back and support this casino. Come back and support Ben's Chili Bowl. We love you guys. Thanks so much. God bless.
Okay, next it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce the Baltimore City leader and of our Baltimore City family, Mayor Jack Young.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is not morning anymore, it's after 12. Randy, thank you. I'd still like to acknowledge the Council Vice President, President Sharon Green Miller. Just wave her hand. Councilman John Bullock. Where's Colin Talbot? From BDC is in the back. Reverend Hathaway. Okay, everybody else have been acknowledged. To Virginia Ali and the Ali family, the owners of Ben's Chili Bowl. Randy Conroy, the general manager of Horseshoe Casino. It is a pleasure to be here today to welcome a very special family business to Baltimore City. As you've heard, Ben's Chili Bowl has a rich and storied history. It has played a unique role not only in the cultural development of our nation's capital, but also our nation more abroad. The Ali family's commitment to community is without equal. From the day that Virginia and Ben first opened their doors in 1958, community engagement has been a staple of the Ben's Chili Bowl philosophy. As the businesses have grown over the years, that commitment to good works have grown right along with it. And now those of us in Baltimore have an amazing opportunity to partner with Virginia, her family, and her team as they continue their proud tradition of service here in Charm City. Given that, I think it's particularly appropriate that Ben's Chili Bowl will open its first Maryland location right here at the Horseshoe Casino. Let's give them a hand for that. Like Virginia and her team, the Horseshoe team has demonstrated a strong dedication to the community. In addition to providing financial support for important philanthropic causes across Baltimore, Horseshoe's Heroes volunteer teams donate countless hours to projects that make Baltimore a better place to live, work, and play. So it is a real pleasure to see that these two wonderful community partners come together in our great city. I think I speak for everyone here when I say that it's also going to be a real pleasure to enjoy Ben's famous half-smoked and world-class chili. With that in mind, I'm going to close by once again welcoming Virginia and her team to Baltimore. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here. And to officially welcome you to Charm City, I have a mayoral proclamation to honor the occasion. And the gentleman that's bringing the proclamation, every time we're in D.C., and we'll be rushing back to Baltimore, he want to stop at Ben's Chili Bowl. You don't have to stop no more. You can get it right here in Horseshoe Casino. While Mom is coming, this proclamation, Ben's Chili Bowl Day, March the 5th, 2020. Whereas today the award-winning and iconic Ben's Chili Bowl will open its first restaurant in Baltimore here at the Horseshoe Casino. And whereas renowned for its landmark status in our nation's capital, Ben's Chili Bowl was founded in 1958 by Ben and Virginia Ali and has been a staple in communities ever since. And whereas this institution has remained historically pertinent, witnessing the civil rights movement firsthand, attracting a myriad of public figures, and remaining resilient through challenging times. And whereas over more than 6 decades, the restaurant now has 7 locations, all of which feature their famous chili half smoke and burgers. And whereas the citizens of Baltimore join the Horseshoe Casino and Caesars Entertainment in welcoming Ben Chili Bowl to the city of Baltimore, we wish you the best and continued success at your newest location. Therefore, I, Bernard C. Jack Young, Mayor of the City of Baltimore, do hereby proclaim March the 5th, 2020 as Ben Chili Bowl Day in Baltimore, and do urge all citizens to join in welcoming them to our city. And witness whereof, I have hereunto set the great seal of the City of Baltimore to be affixed this 5th day of March, 2020. Bernard C. Jack Young, Mayor. I would like to ask Council Vice President Middleton and Councilman Bullock to come and join us as I present this to you.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. And I don't think y'all heard what I said. March 5th is Ben's Chili Bowl Day in Baltimore.
This camera right here, please. This camera right here. Much, Mayor, and thank you for Baltimore and for all of you for being here this morning. I am so excited. This is a beautiful day for me, and I have such fond memories of Baltimore. I remember on my very second date with my husband, we were on Pennsylvania Avenue to hear Dinah Washington sing. And we've come many times to the harbor and for your fine restaurants right here in Baltimore. So this is a dream come true for me. And it's most beautiful than I expected. I saw it for the first time this morning. And I'm thinking about the one we have, the original Chili Bowl, and how it needs redoing, repairing, and fixing. And I thought we'd get an architect and see what we could do, but I want to keep it the same way. And then I come and look at this marvelous new modern version, and I'm thinking, I'm really torn. So, but this is beautiful, and I want to say thank you to all of you, to Horseshoe staff, and to Baltimore, the city of Baltimore, and to my children who worked so hard to get this done. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mayor Young, for that proclamation. That was a wonderful tribute to the Ali family, and thank you, sir. So I am blessed with working with a fantastic team. And from the executive team to the front line, really, this team works very hard. This team right over here, let's give them a big round of applause. Let me tell you, I was with them last night. They are raring to go. But they've been doing a lot of practicing and a lot of great training with the Ben's team, and I'm sure they're going to deliver a fantastic product for everybody today. My executive team, again, I just can't say enough. As mentioned, David Lee, our food and beverage leader. Tom York is over there. And is Patrick Chan here, perhaps? Anyway, we just have a wonderful team. And I would say another one that just I thoroughly enjoy working with each and every day is our Assistant General Manager, Jacqueline Grace. If Jackie could come on up and say a few words.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. So really what I want to do is just say thank you one more time. Thank you to everybody for coming out today and helping us celebrate this grand opening. Here at the Horseshoe, we are incredibly excited about the opportunity to work with this amazing family and to partner and open up a fantastic business who shares our community-based values. So we are just thrilled for the opportunity. Before we close, though, I would be remiss if I did not give one more thank you again, and that is to the one person who is here that without whom none of us would be here. And so, you know, if you think about the matriarch of the family, family. It is because of her that we are here. She is the co-founder of this amazing establishment. She has a legacy that is just so impressive and aspirational that it gives me chills. She's raised a talented, successful, fantastic family. She, has run just, again, a fantastic business. And when I think about who I want to be when I grow up, it is Mrs. Virginia Ali. And so her grace, her grit, her determination, all of that deserves recognition again. And so please just join me in giving her one more round of applause, because we wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. And so with that said, please join us for the ribbon cutting. I'm going to ask Bernie, the historian, to come on back up to the stage, and for the family and the team and the mayor and the team to please join us for a ribbon cutting.
3, 2, 1, cut!
Southeast, Vince Chili Bowl, and Mellow T. Telling everybody, don't you think